Hey. Welcome to a world of laughter, learning, and entertainment. Greetings, viewers. Get ready to immerse yourself in the world of Adelboden in this video. Adelboden is a mountain village and a municipality in Switzerland, located in the Frutigen-Niedersimmental administrative district in the Bernese Highlands. In this part of the video, we'll be diving deep into geography and unraveling its profound impact. Adelboden lies in the west of the Bernese Highlands, at the end of the valley of the river Ensklige High German, Inslage, which flows in Frutigen into the Kanda. Adelboden is a traditional Swiss mountain village on a terrace looking south to the Insliden waterfalls. Also part of the village are the inhabited valleys of Gilbach, Steigelschwand, Boden, Hersboden, and Asserschwand. The church and main street are at 1350 m. The highest point of the area is the Grastrubel with 3,242 m, and the lowest point is at 1045 meters in the Insliden Valley. The vegetation is alpine and subalpine, partially wooded. The slopes, the plateaus, and terraces usually oak meadows. The most salient mountains are Lona 3049 m, Stegen 3146 m, Wilstrubel 3,243 m, Fitzer 2458 m, Skinton 2025 m, Mountain Railway, Albriston 2762 m, and Zer 2708 m. Adelboden has an area of this area, 36.52 or 41.4% is used for agricultural purposes, while 16.07 or 18.2% is forested. Of the rest of the land, 2.18 or 2.5% is settled buildings or roads, 1.53 or 1.7% is either rivers or lakes, and 31.93 or 36.2% is unproductive land. Of the built-up area, housing and buildings made up 1.5% and transportation infrastructure made up 0.8%. Out of the forested land, 14.4% of the total land area is heavily forested and 3% is covered with orchards or small clusters of trees. Of the agricultural land, 8.5% is pastures and 32.9% is used for alpine pastures. All the water in the municipality is flowing water. Of the unproductive areas, 9.6% is unproductive vegetation, 25.6% is too rocky for vegetation, and 1.1% of the land is covered by glaciers. On 31 December 2009, Amtsbezirk Frutigen, the municipality's former district, was dissolved. On the following day, 1 January 2010, it joined the newly created Verwaltungskreis Frutigen-Niedersimmental. Let's zoom in on coat of arms and understand its implications. The blazon of the municipal coat of arms is argent on a Mount Vert, an eagle displayed sable-beaked, languid and membered gulls. In the upcoming section, we'll be shining a light on history. Adelboden is first mentioned in 1409 as in Vale Adelboden. In 1453, it was mentioned as Adelboden alias Silver. The Alps Inslagenalp and Silren belonging to Adelboden first appeared in historical records in the 13th century. The inhabitants of Inslagental are referred to as forest people. In the 15th century, Adelboden established its own church and there were over 50 housefathers vouching for the salary of the minister. In the 16th century, when Adelboden joined the Reformation, the Catholic priest fled over the Hohenmusbus to the Catholic canton of Freiburg. Prior to the 19th century, the primary method of reaching Frutigen was by travelling along the steep southern south slope of the Insliden Valley, a journey that was often rendered impassable in winter months. However, in the late 19th century, a road was constructed along the river Ensklige, improving accessibility and connecting the town of Adelboden to the rest of the world. In the Urs, the first boarding house was opened by one of the local teachers. Over time, it evolved into a hotel, which remains under the ownership of the same family known as Hotel Horry im Schligli. This was accompanied by a significant increase in the town's population, thanks to the influx of tourists around the turn of the century. Adelboden was the destination of the first packaged winter sports holidays vacations, organized by Sir Henry Lunn in 1903. Into the Ers, the aerial ropeway to the Frutigen-Niedersimmental was built with further ropeways following. The Silleren area was up into the Ers accessible by buses. Let's now zoom in on main sites and cultural events and uncover the hidden gems that lie within. Frutigen Falls. The river Frutigen falls 375 meters over rocks into the depth and forms one of the most impressive waterfalls in the Bernese Highlands. Very impressive is the Adelboden when 350 cows are driven upward on the narrow seam path through the cliff to the summer pasture on the Frutigen in early summer. Frutigen plateau at 2,000 meters elevation. The town's church, with early 20th century glassworks by Augusto Giacometti. A guiding world center and an international meeting place for Girl Guides and Girl Scouts. Cultural events include World Cup men's alpine ski races January. The men's giant slalom course is one of the most challenging on the World Cup circuit. Vogelisi Festival Live Music, July Vogelisi Loft Mountain Running Race in July Kammermusik Festival Chamber Music, July Langlof Night every 30 December cross-country races on the main street of town. Prepare yourself for an in-depth analysis of demographics in this section. Adelboden has a population of, according to 2010 census, 6.9% of the population consists of foreign nationals residing in the area. The population has experienced a slight decrease of 0.2% between the years. This change can be attributed to a decrease in migration of percent, while births and deaths accounted for 2.2%. According to data from the year 2000, the majority of the population, 3,453 individuals, making up 95% of the population, speak German as their first language. Serbo-Croatian ranks as the second most prevalent language spoken, with 36 speakers 1%, followed by Portuguese with 34 speakers 0.9%. In addition, 29 people reported speaking French, while Italian and Romansh were cited by 17 and 6 individuals, respectively. The population was 49.1% male and 50.9% female. The population was made up of 1,618 Swiss men, 45.4% of the population, and 133 3.7% non-Swiss men. There were 1,699 Swiss women, 47.7%, and 113 3.2% non-Swiss women. Of the population in the municipality, 2,124 or about 58.4% were born in Adelboden and lived there in 2000. There were 666 or 18.3% who were born in the same canton, while 365 or 10% were born somewhere else in Switzerland, and 290 or 8% were born outside of Switzerland. Children and teenagers years old make up 23.6% of the population, while adults years old make up 56.6% and seniors over 64 years old make up 19.8%. There were 1,600 people who were single and never married in the municipality. There were 1,771 married individuals, 204 widows or widowers, and 59 individuals who are divorced. There were 478 households that consist of only one person and 152 households with 5 or more people. A total of 1,347 apartments, 41.8% of the total, were permanently occupied, while 1,722 apartments, 53.4%, were seasonally occupied, and 154 apartments, 4.8%, were empty. The construction rate of new housing units was 5.3 new units per 1,000 residents. The vacancy rate for the municipality was 0.06%. The historical population is given in the following chart colors: a light gray value ray, a dark gray value ray. Image size equal width height plottery equal top left bottom right Adelboden equal justify dat format equal c period equal frontal time axis equal orientation vertical Adelboden equal justify scumager equal grid color dark green increment start sculminer equal grid color light green increment start plodata. Color green with mark line white align center bar from start till text 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 bar from start till text. As we enter this new chapter, let's navigate the complexities of languages and unravel its multifaceted nature. The language is Adelboden, which belongs to the Bernese Highlands dialects with some influences from Valais dialects. It is also classified as part of the highest Alemannic language group. Most of the population speaks German 95%, with Serbo-Croat the second most common 1%, and Portuguese third 0.9%. In this section, we'll be peeling back the layers of government to reveal its true essence. Legislation is adopted by the biannual General Assembly. Executive is the local council with 9 members, all of whom are honorary. In the 2011 federal election, the most popular party was the Swiss People's Party SPP, which received 41.7% of the vote. The next 3 most popular parties were the Federal Democratic Union of Switzerland EDU 20%, the Conservative Democratic Party BDP 10.4% and the Evangelical People's Party EVP 9%. In the federal election, a total of 1,673 votes were cast, and the voter turnout was 61.4%. Let's now shift our focus to economics and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. Adelboden has a mixture of agriculture, local industry wood building companies, mineral water source and tourism. People work in tourism, approximately 490 persons, other services approx. 500 persons, construction industry approx. 310 persons, automobile industry approx. 30 persons, mineral water source approx. 45 persons and agriculture full-time approx. 45 persons, taxidermy full-time approx. 16 persons. Adelboden had an unemployment rate of 1.29%. There were a total of 2,084 people employed in the municipality. Of these, there were 366 people employed in the primary economic sector and about 133 businesses involved in this sector. 617 people were employed in the secondary sector and there were 57 businesses in this sector. 1,101 people were employed in the tertiary sector, with 150 businesses in this sector. There were 1,833 residents of the municipality who were employed in some capacity, of which females made up 40.5% of the workforce. There were a total of 1,675 full-time equivalent jobs. The number of jobs in the primary sector was 192, all of which were in agriculture. The number of jobs in the secondary sector was 580, of which 88 or 15.2% were in manufacturing and 457.6% were in construction. The number of jobs in the tertiary sector was 903. In the tertiary sector, 214 or 23.7% were in wholesale or retail sales or the repair of motor vehicles. 123 or 13.6% were in the movement and storage of goods. 370 or 41% were in a hotel or restaurant. 12 or 1.3% were in the information industry. 12 or 1.3% were the insurance or financial industry. 24 or 2.7% were technical professionals or scientists. 40 or 4.4% were in education and 42 or 4.7% were in health care. There were 224 workers who commuted into the municipality and 211 workers who commuted away. The municipality is a net importer of workers, with about 1.1 workers entering the municipality for every one leaving. Of the working population, 9.7% used public transportation to get to work, and 38.1% used a private car. Adelboden has an unemployment rate of 1.8%. There were 366 people employed in the primary economic sector and about 143 businesses involved in this sector. 601 people are employed in the secondary sector and there are 57 businesses in this sector. 1098 people are employed in the tertiary sector, with 153 businesses in this sector. Let's transition to religion and uncover its significance. From the 221 or 6.1% were Roman Catholic, while 2,406 or 66.2% belonged to the Swiss Reformed Church. Of the rest of the population, there were 37 members of an Orthodox Church, or about 1.02% of the population. There was one individual who belonged to the Christian Catholic Church, and there were 1,173 individuals, or about 32.28% of the population, who belonged to another Christian church. There was one individual who was Jewish, and 69 or about 1.9% of the population who were Islamic. There was one person who was Buddhist and 4 individuals who belonged to another church. 72 or about 1.98% of the population belonged to no church, are agnostic or atheist, and 234 individuals, or about 6.44% of the population, did not answer the question. Get ready for a thought-provoking discussion as we delve into tourism and sport and its impact on our understanding. Tourism in Adelboden is family-oriented and accommodations include 24 hotels, 1,291 beds, 3,800 vacation homes, 15,200 beds, 28 group accommodations, 1,830 beds, 3 campsites, and 40 restaurants. There are 200 kilometers of summer hiking trails, from sedate walks to alpine climbing routes. Numerous mountain railways lead up to the mountains. Additional activities are numerous mountain bike routes and model aircraft construction on Honenmoosbus with a workshop, and wind and landing opportunities. In the winter, Adelboden has ski runs of all degrees of difficulty, including the World Cup giant slalom run on the Tunisbergli and cross-country ski trails. There are 40 kilometers of winter hiking trails. For snowboarders, there are freerid and freestyle runs. Adelboden's giant slalom and slalom races are considered classic events on the World Cup circuit and were scheduled for January in 2017. In recent years, the story of a mythical medicine woman named Vogelisi has increasingly been adopted as the symbol or mascot for a variety of touristic activities and souvenirs. As we venture forward, let's take a closer look at climate and its impact on our understanding. According to the Köppen climate classification system, Adelboden has a marine west coast climate, abbreviated KP on climate maps, with mild, rainy summers with cool nights and long, moderately cold and very snowy winters. Sunshine peaks during the summertime, though Adelboden is very cloudy year-round, especially during winter. In this section, we'll be exploring transportation. Adelboden has only one incoming road connecting from Frutigen, which connects via Spies to there and Bern. There is no transit traffic. Frutigen is a train station of the Lutschbad line, connecting to Bern and Brig. It is connected to Adelboden by regular post bus services. The Bunderkrin Pass connects Adelboden to Kanderstig to the east, whilst the Honenmoos Pass provides a connection into the Valley of Lenk to the west. There is an old mountain pass route via Inslugenalp and Chindbeti Pass to the Gemmi Pass and into the valleys. None of these passes carries roads, although they were used as trade routes in the past. Today, The Bunderkrind and Honnenmoos passes form part of the Alpine Pass route, a long-distance hiking trail across Switzerland between Sargans and Montreux that passes through the village. As we progress through this video, let's now turn our gaze towards education. In Adelboden, about 1,452 or 40% of the population have completed non-mandatory upper secondary education, and 240 or 6.6% have completed additional higher education, either university or Fachhochschule. Of the 240 who completed tertiary schooling, 71.3% were Swiss men, 21.3% were Swiss women, 4.2% were non-Swiss men and 3.3% were non-Swiss women. The Canton of Bern school system provides 1 year of non-obligatory kindergarten, followed by 6 years of primary school. This is followed by 3 years of obligatory lower secondary school where the students are separated according to ability and aptitude. Following the lower secondary, students may attend additional schooling or they may enter an apprenticeship. During the school year, there were a total of 447 students attending classes in Adelboden. There were 4 kindergarten classes with a total of 56 students in the municipality. Of the kindergarten students, 7.1% were permanent or temporary residents of Switzerland, not citizens, and 12.5% have a different mother language than the classroom language. The municipality had 13 primary classes and 245 students. Of the primary students, 4.9% were permanent or temporary residents of Switzerland, not citizens, and 4.5% have a different mother language than the classroom language. During the same year, there were 7 lower secondary classes with a total of 146 students. There were 3.4% who were permanent or temporary residents of Switzerland, not citizens, and 4.1% have a different mother language than the classroom language. There was 1 student in Adelboden who came from another municipality, while 52 residents attended schools outside the municipality. Adelboden is home to the Gemeindebibliothek Adelboden Municipal Library of Adelboden. The library has books or other media, and loaned out items in the same year. It was open a total of 0 days with average of 0 hours per week during that year. In Adelboden there is a primary school, middle school and a secondary school. The nearest special secondary school is in Frutigen. Schools in Adelboden. There are 4 primary schools officially in the Adelboden school district, 3 middle schools Realschule, and a secondary school Sekundarschule. The nearest special secondary school is 20 minutes down the mountain in Frutigen, and the nearest high schools gymnasiums are in Thun and Interlaken. In the next portion, we'll be immersing ourselves in the realm of notable people and examining its broader implications. A number of notable persons in cross-country skiing, mountaineering, and alpine skiing were born in Adelboden. Rolf Zerberg, Swiss national ski mountain trainer Friede Dunzer, former alpine skier and 1958 world champion Anna Sleesried, 1970 world champion in alpine skiing Marlies Oster, former alpine skier who competed in the 2002 Winter Olympics. Italian British writer Raphael Sabatini died in Adelboden and is buried there. Thanks for being a part of this amazing journey. I can't wait to bring you more exciting content.